talk about Acorda Therapeutics. The stock is up 140%, almost 150% at time of this recording. The stock was at 38%. Now is at 85 cents. As you see, I'm on a live chart right now, and the stock is still rising. Okay, we're going to go through the catalyst that is causing the stock to go up, and also we're going to talk about the fundamentals, like what their balance sheet is, what their income statement looks like. Do I see a value here? So let's talk about the catalyst that came out, which is causing the stock to go higher to 150%. Basically, Acorda Therapeutics was in dispute with Empire. Basically, they have to pay royalties, etc., for the products they had developed. So judges, they were in the court for that, and judges came out. They said, you know what, Acorda Therapeutics no longer has to pay anything to Empire, and actually awarded them $15 million that would have to pay back to, Empire would have to pay to Acorda Therapeutics. So going forward, no more royalty, whatever they were working on, basically whatever the revenue comes in, they would have to be holding on to the revenue, which is good for the company. And of course, this is causing the stock to go up. Let's look at their, overall, the highs and the lows. All right, 52-week high, the win is $4.83. The lowest it got to is 26 cents. On an average, the market cap is 20 million. It's not a huge company. It's a relatively small company, but we are finding value, in lower stocks and how we can potentially make money. Of course, it's not a financial advice. And, if you're new to the channel, please do consider subscribing. I release video every day. The objective here is to get you guys information. So this way, at least, you have some idea if you're looking at a stock, whether you should invest or not invest in the stock, right? So average volume, they only were trading 325,000. But today, they actually traded 98 million. They're up to 98 million so far, and I think it's still going. They're not going to stop here because we're still got an hour and a half left for the market to close. So let's take a look here for the balance sheet. Total assets we have for the balance sheet is about 455 million. Everything is by 1,000. So if you see 455,000, you got to times that with 1,000. Becomes 455 million. Total liabilities are on 304 million. They still have a total stockholders equity about 151 million. So relatively good balance sheet. Cash flow, however, I've seen it's a little bit of a red flag. Probably because they're not profitable right now in terms of, there's a lot of cash flow in the company. They might have raised a lot of cash during the financing cash flow, but right now they are down, for the operating, meaning like they're not making money in the operations is negative 33 million. However, whatever money they raised initially, they're still having that money on hand, and they have about $36 million left in cash in their cash flow. As far as the institutional holdings, basically is 27.41%. I think this will change because the stock that rose that much usually is a smart money. Retail investor cannot boost the stock that much. You cannot buy that much volume. So you got to have smart money involved in there. So this definitely will change in coming days. Short interest really low is 1.2%, which means nobody's really shorting the stock. There's nothing to short. So as far as the value that I was talking about, right, where do we see a value here? So now, anytime a therapeutical stock has any pipeline they're working on, and if there's a phase change for any of the products they're working on, you're going to have a boost in the stock, right? So in this case, for example, they're working on this neurological, product right here, medicine. It's in phase 1 right now. When it moves to phase 2, you will definitely see the stock rise, okay, in that sense. Right now, it's crossing a resistance that it had from previous. Let's take a look at the resistance that was established. This resistance was established in June. Right now, the stock is crossing that resistance. And right now, after this, I don't see much resistance. And it is a zone right now, right? Like the way the candles are forming, they're not very strong right now. You see a lot of wicks. Strong candle will be something like this, right? There's no wick here. It's a strong candle. You mean there's a lot of buyers coming in. And you got another strong candle. Right now, the long wick means there is some selling happened here. Some selling is happening here. Some selling is happening here. So there is a possibility that the stock could just hover around here and then, start dipping again. Or it could potentially get to $1.18. The real money, in my opinion, is when they're actually going to have a phase change. The product that we talked about, you got to watch out for these products, right? When these medicines go to a different phase, then you will see a stock pump up, pre-market. And of course, if you go to chart, for example, if you're using Webull, you could go to pre-market data like, after hours, and you can see how the stock is behaving right now. Let me go to 1 minute chart. I'm on a 30-minute chart on the left, and I'm on a daily chart to the right. So let me go to 1 minute to see what's going on here. 1 minute chart, again, as I said, right, there's a little bit of a momentum here and then lost of momentum. Some selling came up, which is true to what I'm saying here. There's a lot of long wicks here. Maybe it could get to 91 cents, 90 cents, and probably dip down again. RSI is already 90. It's got to come down. It cannot stay for a long time in a state where it's being overbought. It's going to come down. 90 plus million shares are being bought already. MACD is really high right now. Again, look, I think you got another 2 or 3 cents in it. I don't think it's going to go to 118. However, 118 is a hard resistance as well. And if this acts like a hard support, then the stock can hover around between 83 and $1, right? So as I said, look out for that phase change. Keep this on your watch list. Again, this is not a financial advice. I'm keeping this on my watch list for upcoming boost in the stock, and hopefully we'll be able to make some dollars. So if you are new to the channel, please do consider subscribing. My objective here is to get you guys information, so at least if you're looking at a stock, you have some understanding where we could potentially make money. So hope you guys like this video. I'll talk to you guys in the next video.